Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell, I got a haircut again. So by now you all know that I love short hair. It's just what I feel the most comfortable with, and I just feel like this is me. And I also feel a whole lot cooler because I do have a lot of hair, and during the summer with long hair it's torture for me. It is. So once again I went for a bob, but this time it's a choppy bob, so there's a lot of layers going on, and this haircut was designed so I can wear it parted any way that I want to. I can do a side part, so this one is the left side. I can also do the right side, or I can just wear it down the middle. So it was truly designed so I could wear it whichever way that I want to. And when I do kind of like a side part like this, it kind of gives the haircut a little bit of a like asymmetrical look. So this side looks a little bit longer than this side, and I can like tuck my hair back a little bit. So it's truly the most versatile like haircut that I've ever gotten. And this time I got my haircut at ASHEN Salon here in La Jolla. If you're from San Diego, then you're probably familiar with La Jolla. So my hairstylist recently switched salons, so now she's working over there. And of course I had to get my hair cut by her because she is just like my favorite hairstylist of all time by now. She just understands my hair texture really well, and she always gives me the best haircut ever. So this time around I asked her for a really choppy bob. I had some pictures saved on my phone. They were all Uncle Trend haircuts once again. I talked about him the last time I talked about my new haircut. If you want a very minimal and like textured haircut, look at his Instagram page because he has so many pictures of different haircuts and hairstyles, hair colors. It's just incredible, so I will link it down below. And that was my inspiration for this look, but of course mine's a little bit more curly than than the pictures that I brought in. So yeah, this is my hair. There's a lot of layers like I said. This time LC cut my hair entirely dry. So when I got to the salon, I just sat down, talked to her about my inspiration and what I was going for, and she basically took off the length like right then and there. So I told her I wanted it like chin length, and that's what she did. She just cut basically the length portion, so none of the styling and the layers yet, just the length. It went off that quick, and there was a lot of hair on the ground. So after that my hair got washed and conditioned, then we went back on the chair, and that's when she started styling my hair. So she grabbed the diffuser, started drying my hair so it would take up more of a natural texture. So she takes into consideration your lifestyle, which is very helpful. And for me, she knows that I don't do much to my hair. She knows that I usually just let it air dry, put some product in, and that's it. So that's what she does. She just dried my hair, put a little product in, kind of gave it basically the natural texture that it usually has. So once my hair was styled the way it usually looks, so pretty much like this, she would just grab like little pieces of hair and just like start cutting away. She would like examine the curls, and I mentioned this in my last video as well. She really takes the time to examine the curls and see how it would frame my face the best. So she would constantly be switching the parting, so she would examine how they look like this and make the necessary cuts. So she really took the time to examine the curls, see how they sit on my face, and just like tailor them to fit my face. And that's something that you really have to talk to your hairdresser about, especially if you have curly hair, because I know some people just don't really understand how to work with curly hair really well. So really take the time to talk to him or her about that. And also make sure they cut it dry, because it really does make a difference to see the hair how it usually looks like, as opposed to seeing the hair wet, which is usually weighted down. And that's why when they cut it and it dries up, you kind of get a shorter haircut than what you asked for. So getting your hair cut dry really does make a huge difference. And I got asked recently if I still had my undercut, and the answer is yes. It actually went up a little bit more. I'm not sure how much you will be able to see here from the side. Yeah, you can see it. So it got cut a little bit higher than what it was last summer. It's still really short. And the reason for the undercut, it's not really like an aesthetic type of thing, it's more of a practical thing for me, since I have a lot of hair, and as you can see, there's a lot of texture, a lot of curls. If I didn't get the undercut, this whole area here in the back of my head, it would just extend outwards. So it would just look really puffy, really frizzy. So the undercut allows my hair to just like lay flat on my head, and it also takes a lot of the bulk out. It makes my head a little bit lighter, and it also helps a lot in the summer because I don't feel like I'm overheating. So the undercut is a very practical thing to do. I know a lot of girls are very nervous about getting it because a lot of them think it looks ugly. Personally, I find the undercut to be really helpful. It's something that has been life-changing for me because otherwise I get a lot of back acne. It's just a lot of overheating, a lot of hair also on my head. Like, I know I've said this, I have a ton of hair, and it's just torture, especially for the summer and living here in San Diego. So this undercut is super helpful. And if you don't really like the way it looks, I mean, I wear my hair down pretty much like 80% of the time, and I don't mind showing off the undercut if I do put my hair up. It's really no big deal to me. But if you don't like the way it looks, if you do a half updo, it's still, I mean, the undercut's still covered, so it's not that big of a deal. It's only when you do a ponytail that you can see it, but like I said, nobody really cares. And I don't care how it looks like, so there's the undercut for you. It's just something that's really helpful if you have curly wavy hair or a lot of hair. So I think that's it for this video. I just wanted to tell you what I got, how you could ask for it perhaps. So to summarize it, it is a choppy bob. It's chin length and there's a lot of layers just framing my whole face. And there's also, you know, the layers that will work in any parting. So I know it's kind of a difficult thing to do and ask, but just kind of explain it to your hairdresser. He or she will understand it once you explain it to him. And just in case you want the same haircut as me, I will leave some reference pictures in my blog post. The link will be down below in the information bar. You can just save them to your cell phone, or you can also just pin them on whatever folder you have on Pinterest, so it'll make it very easy for your hairstylist to kind of see and examine the hairstyle. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any other questions about my haircut, the undercut, or any of that, please let me know in the comments below and I will try my best to help you out. If you're from the San Diego area, I will leave the information for ASHEN Salon linked in the information bar once again, as well as everything that I have on my face today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye! So when you're planning to lengthen your lashes, you just twist the little dial and extend the brush so it's a little bit longer, and you can define the lashes really well. You can get rid of any clumps, and of course you will